Well, all right. This is a great day for Pensacola. I was about to say, come on, we can make enough noise so the people up above us driving can hear us, Sarah. How about that? Well, thank you for being here today as a part of this ceremony. Casey Lagarde and also Leah, our PIO team have done an incredible job putting this on, and they said this is a rain or shine event because those of you who want this to be here, construction's ready to start tomorrow. This is the last time we could get this done. So I do want to thank a few people, and then we had a few people going to say words, and then we're gonna turn some dirt. So we're not going to spend too much time, but I would like to thank some people who are here today. Certainly our city council. I see some city council members that are here. Councilwoman Ann Hill, who is our president here. We also have Councilman Delarian Wiggins. I lost there. Okay, all right, there we go. Councilman Moore, I saw. I also saw former council member P.C. Wu, who is here. We did not see, there are a lot of people out there, so if we did not see other council members, raise your hand if I missed you. All right. We also have Commissioner Robert Bender, who is here. And I think Commissioner May is coming. This is certainly a joint project with the county. It was a restore project, so we're happy to have our county partners here. And I know that Commissioner May is on the way here. I also know that Representative Saltzman was represented by somebody there in her office as well. Appreciate them being here. I also want to recognize our contractors. Is Bear Construction. We got Paul Clark, Jack Mason, and Hunter Lovett. So thank you all. And they are ready to turn some dirt with some big equipment right here. We have Alan Benson from Hdr Engineering. Appreciate you. Thank you. Kimberly Horn was part of this project, and American Ramp Company also part of it. Also want to thank our city staff, Public Works, Parks and Recreation staff. There are a ton of y'all here, so just raise your hand. Very much our collaboration, Parks and Rec, and also Public Works. Upward Intuition, certainly John Shell. Thank you very much, John, for the... He definitely deserved that. And the Kugelman family and all of our donors. I see Jane and Kugelman family and all of our donors. Well, there are a ton of people. This project is a part of the Blake Doyle Community Skate Park at Hollis T. Williams. So there's a ton of stuff that went into this. The anticipated completion date is summer of 2023, maybe spring of 2023. I don't want to overpromise. We're gonna try to underpromise and overdeliver here. Certainly summer we expect to be seeing stuff happen here. The project cost is approximately $2 million. Project was funded out of city LOST, community CRA money, private donors, ARPA, and design funding was done by the Escambia County Restore direct component grant, and our project manager has been the City Public Works and Facilities. So all of these people have a part of this, and I appreciate all of them working it. I'm going to come up and give some additional remarks at the end, but I would like to have Councilwoman Ann Hill, who will be followed by Commissioner Luman May, and then John Shell. Come on up here, Ann. Thank you.
We're not going to let a little rain get in our way after all of this, are we? This is the most amazing day. I remember back in 1990s when my kids were skateboarding, you know, we would go down Gregory and Palafox, and we kept saying we need a skate park, and that was, what, 30 years ago. So it's been a long wait. I remember maybe 4 years ago when John did his amazing film over at the North Hill event, and everybody got inspired, and some of those children that were at that meeting, I see some of the moms, you know, they're getting older, but you know, it's never too late. I understand you can skateboard forever, so maybe there's hope for me too. But anyway, thank you all for being here. This is a great day, and I knew you were all going to come, whether it was torrential rain or not. So thank you for your courage and your fortitude.
And I will say, I think that's the cars overhead, not thunder yet. So, is Commissioner May here? Is Commissioner May here? Do not see him yet. We were waiting for him a little bit. I did see Councilwoman Broughton come. I didn't know, Robert, if you wanted to say a few words from the county's perspective. As our county representative and partner, we appreciate you being here. And if Commissioner May's not going to be here, we'll let you come say just something from the county perspective.
All right, thank you so much, Grover. This is an exciting day for this community and reforming this and turning this into something that, I mean, look at everybody who's already here, who's ready to get this done, and I know how hard you all have worked to do this. So, you see Lumen? Is he coming?
Apparently he's on the way.
Okay. Anyway. But no, we're very happy to this. We're happy for the partnership that we have with the city to see this through. Of course, the donors like the Cougalmans that have helped make this happen. And so we're really excited to get this started and look forward to seeing the finished project. I know my daughter will be excited. She's only 7 and she's already learning how to skate. So I'm sure she'll be out here with all of y'all in no time soon. So congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Robert. Now we wanted to have up really an inspiration and somebody who had the perseverance to get through this whole thing. John Shell, if you please come forward, John, and say a few words.
Wow, this is crazy. Man, thank you all so much for coming out here today. It means so much. Looking around at so many people who have contributed their time, their resources, their money. So just thank you so much for helping us get to this point, finally, all these years later. There's a core group of kids that have been advocating for this project since 2015 when I met them at skate camp. And they were around 7 or 8 when we started. I was looking today, we have a picture together over by that white fence, and they were not taller than the white fence, which is it's crazy. These kids went door to door. They asked for skate park donations instead of birthday gifts. They spoke at city council meetings. They washed cars, all to make today possible. And I think Cohen and Owen and maybe Cole, they taught skate camp at Waterboys this past summer. And to see them now it's just so wild. I feel like when we got started with this, I was a kid, and we've got this whole kind of circle of life, Lion King type thing going on. So I really want to thank you guys. That group, the moms, Karen, Lara, Kristen, the dads, Cole, Cohen, Owen. There's a lot more. There's so many other kids contributed, but they were really instrumental in the very beginning. So, gosh, I kind of wanted to keep this short, but I think I'm gonna go ahead. And kind of tell this story. But after college, for me, it was kind of all about having as much fun as I possibly could, surfing, skating, going to parties, and sticking with the Lion King theme. These would have been my Hakuna Matata years. So towards the end of 2014, I started having less fun, and I was actually kind of in a low place. My life didn't have much direction, and I just kind of felt like I was coming to a crossroads. And now I know, my friend Nathan Pulley mentioned this earlier, but the most miserable people tend to focus mostly on themselves. And so clearly looking back, this was me at the time. And there's one particular day, I remember it really well, January 1st, 2015, New Year's Day. I remember waking up, I had a bad headache, I'd spent all my money the night before, and I just knew I was ready to make some type of a change. And at the time, I wasn't much for praying, but I really sat down and I prayed as hard as I could that in the coming year, I'd find something meaningful and bigger than myself to pour myself into, and find, you know, some type of purpose or direction that would kind of guide, you know, the next chapter of my life. One moment, please. So, shortly after that, for some reason, I felt compelled to kind of start a conversation about a demographic in our city that I once was a part of. And these are the kids that maybe had lost interest in team sports, maybe they had found skateboarding or something like it, and that was now their thing. Well, that was me. That was me when I was a kid. I fully fell in love with it. Problem is, a lot of these kids, they don't have much structure or necessarily role models around like you would have playing team sports. So these are the kids that get the cops called for skating on private property. These are the kids that some people might call outcasts. So I kind of coined this demographic, the forgotten youth, and really started kind of dreaming and visualizing and writing about a space for them and what it might look like and the problems that I believed it would address. One moment, please. So I wrote these blog posts, the Forgotten Youth blog posts, and they got way more traction than I expected. And I got a lot of encouragement to really look into what it would take to build a public skate park in our city. So all this happened within a really short period of time, but shortly after that, January 24th, 2015, Blake Doyle died, and it was just such a shock, and it was so incredibly sad for his friends who were all my close friends, his family, his wife, Amanda, who's here tonight. She was pregnant at the time, and just by all accounts, Blake was such an amazing human, and it's one of those things where it just didn't make sense that something like this could happen. His twin brother Bart and I are good friends, and we were talking one day and decided that it would be nice to honor Blake's memory with the skate park. So once we decided this was for Blake, I kind of felt like there was no turning back, and it was kind of like a sink or swim type thing. It kind of occurred to me recently that this skate park project and starting Upward Intuition really has been an answer to that prayer that I prayed in 2015. This project has given me something bigger than myself to work on, and it's given me a real sense of purpose and direction in my life. So everyone that believed in the vision and offered your support and encouragement, just thank you so much. Sincerely, thank you so much. My hope and prayer for once this park is built is that it will offer the next generations, I see a lot of them out here right now, what it has already given me, a place where they can learn to overcome obstacles, have something to work on, work towards, feel encouraged and supported, and just to have a place where they feel like they belong without getting the cops called on them. And moving forward with Upward Intuition, I'm hopeful that this skate park will demonstrate and show all of these, well, they were kids when they started, they're not kids now, but they have the ability to take on projects of their own, and I hope that they will now have the confidence and skills to get started, because they've already done it. I mean, we're here today, we're breaking ground, so I'd like to use this platform, Upward Intuition, that we've created these last 7 or 8 years to inspire, empower, and help them, the next generations. This interstate above us, I-110, it was built to connect our city, but it ended up dividing this neighborhood in the late 70s. And today it seems like we're even more divided. So my hope is that this will be a place to not divide us, but bring people together, not only the two neighborhoods that it separated, but just bring all of us together. I hope that when people come to the park and see Blake's name and hear his story, that they're reminded that tomorrow isn't promised. So just go and make the most of today. Have fun. Love your friends and family as best you can. Thank you all. Sorry, I forgot to introduce somebody really special. We'd raised a lot of money for a design. That design ended up, we couldn't use it. But at the end of 2017, the Kugelman Family Foundation stepped up and made an incredibly generous gift that would go towards construction. And I feel like that gave us the credibility and kind of, we were able to kind of leverage that. And here we are today. If you guys didn't make that gift, I don't know if we would be or not. I know it's been a long time, but I really want to thank you guys. Jane Lauder from the Kugelman Family Foundation is going to get up and say a few words. I love you guys. Thank you all so much.
All right, John, you weren't supposed to make me cry. My name is Jane. I'm from the Kugelman Family Foundation, and I just want to thank everybody for being here. Listen, when this started and John came to us, it was a no-brainer. His passion for the youth, his passion for inclusivity and making everybody have a place that they were welcome at was truly inspiring, and we were so glad to be a part of it and support John and everything that he does. So one more shout out for this amazing guy. And we are truly honored to be here and excited to see this happen and support the youth and everything that they do. So thank you.
Shane, thank you so much for your family's gift, and thank you for believing in this. I just want to say, John, thank you so much for your vision, your passion, and your perseverance. It's taken us a long time to get here, but we're finally here. Speaking of somebody who took a long time to get here, I'm going to say, Commissioner Lumen May, we got a chance. We want you to speak. So if you want, come on up here. Come on.
Grover, the only good thing about that comment, you're not running for office again because you wouldn't win with those comments. But let me just say, John, thank you. As an opportunity, when we got our BP oil spill money and when we had opportunity to pick 2 projects, and you sat in my office and said how important this was. And it was skateboarding was a non-traditional sport, particularly in my district. But you convinced me how it could bring about inclusion. And so I feel honored to be here, John, and to be a part of your team. And to thank you. Many people don't recognize Hollis T. Williams was the first African-American city councilman who believed in inclusion. As he worked in the YMCA, he worked in all of the recreation, trying to improve the quality of life for everyone. And so I think as we look here and stand under this interstate, which was once the urban core of the inner city of District 3, the revitalization sometimes excludes people, but with this part, we're including everyone. And John, everyone can make a difference. And the difference starts with the first step. And you made the first step to making a great difference in our community. And so on behalf of District 3, on behalf of the county commissioners, we applaud you, we salute you. We are glad that this was part of our donation of where we decided to put our pot of money into this project to make sure that it happens for the citizens of Escambia County. So again, thank you, John. We appreciate it. The reason that I was late is because I invited the mayor to my book giveaway, but he doesn't like coming to Brownsville too often. Thank y'all. God bless you.
One more thing before I take over. I forgot to say, we're going to do a little after party at Waterboys on 9th Avenue. If anybody wants to come out after that, we're going to show some old Pensacola skate videos, starting with footage from the Paved Wave, which was one of Florida's first skate parks that we had here in the late 70s, and just enjoy some time together. And we have a couple other skate videos, ending with one that just came out that's current called Hiatus. But yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you very much. There's just two things I want to close on that I think that are important. I mean, you can get up here. Hope you have a chance to take a look at the rendering. And sometimes people are asking me, where's it going to be? And I said, please look at this up here. It's going to be big. It's going to be under that section. It's going to be under this section. And it's going to be under this section. So if you come up here and check out these boards, you can see the whole thing about how it's going to lay out and what it's going to look like. It's here for you. There are two things I just want to comment on a couple of things before we go ahead and break ground. That I think are so prevalent and so prevalent in Pensacola, where it is and where it is going forward. One of those is partnerships. Partnerships are incredibly important in this community, to any community, and being able to get done. We probably couldn't have done it without a number of different partnerships that were just recognized today. Certainly John with his vision and the idea to come forward, the city and what we put forward in trying to find a location and the funding. And the funding, even then when we found it was going to be more expensive than what we first thought it was going to be, but that commitment and that willingness to be a part of it. Our partnership with the county, and they're willing to come forward. Our partnership with people like the Kugelman Foundation and all of those young boys who raised private dollars to come together. We can't get things done without partnerships. But when we come together and we collaborate together, things like this are possible in Pensacola. Things like a variety of things that are happening in this community that are making it where people want to say, this is a community I want to be in. It's because of that spirit of partnership. And I thank you for all being a part of that. So thank you for partnership. The second is perseverance. And there are so many great things in Pensacola, but there's no doubt sometimes in Pensacola, having grown up here all my life, I know, John, you grew up here and being a part of it, sometimes it does require you to put forward a tremendous amount of effort and time and patience. But perseverance is a Northwest Florida quality that is abundant throughout this community. And again, it took us time. I appreciate all of you. I know I talked to a few of you that emailed me, and I kept saying, we're working on it, we're getting through it, a variety of different things we went through, including finding out it was going to be a lot more expensive, and appreciate the council stepping up to make that happen and get the additional money to finally go in. This is not the end of it. There's going to be more perseverance. We're going to eventually get a restroom and some other things to go along with it. But for right now, this is where we are. And I would say continue to get that perseverance as we continue through that process. There are a number of people who are involved in it, and it wouldn't have happened without their perseverance. So thank you to all of you that have been a part of that. I will say we are now ready to go ahead and get some dirt turned. So I don't know if we're going to get any we're going on the payroll of Bear Construction here, but we're going to do some work. Myself, Councilwoman Hill, Commissioner May, City Administrator Kareth Fiddler, John Shell, Jane Louder, our Bear Construction representative, our HDR representative, and did you want to have Mrs. Doyle come forward and be a part of this? Yes. If you would all come forward and grab a shovel, we will all do that.